Welcome to another Matthumanpizza video. We have a little flag here. It says United Federation of Planets. All right, we got a Toyota RAV4 here. And what we're going to do is we're going to look up the I don't know if I have a video on this or not. I probably do, but the fuel filler door opener. Where is the fuel filler door opener on a Toyota RAV4? I'm going to show you. Come around here, make sure you know it's a Toyota RAV4, and we're going to come here and I'm going to show you where that fuel filler door opener is. It's right here. It's right there. There it is. Just pull it up like that, and that pops out just like so. Then there you go. That's where that's at. It's in the driver's side compartment of your Toyota Ravioli. This has been another Matthumanpizza video. Have a great and wonderful day. Okay, sure enough, it's showing up. Focus. Is it going to focus? Is it focusing? I don't know. I can't tell. Alright. Get back into this wild road. Got my right blinker on and go. Alright. Made it. I think I was 17 or 18 when I had my first car wreck. I hit a patch of ice and I went into a ditch. And then second time the car backed into me. I was parked at a red light, at a stop sign, and a car in front of me was at the same stop sign. They had a manual transmission and they were trying to figure out how to work that. They were young, so they backed right into me. So, that's it. That's all that was 36 now. It was like 18, 19 years ago, so I haven't had any wrecks since then. I haven't hit anybody or nothing. That's pretty good. When in the icy weather, I've done a whole 360 with the car. It was a 180. It turned around, and I ended up going back the other way. I was like, forget this. My whole car turned around, hit a patch of ice. I was going like 30 miles an hour, hit a patch of ice, and it swung me the other way. And I was like, well, if it's pointing me that way, then I'm just going to keep going that way. I'm not going to try to, I'm just going to let, something somewhere is trying to tell me something. So, I listen to it. And you swing around, and then you're facing the other way. Just hit a patch of ice. I've hit a patch of ice and slid off the road and got lucky and just went to a small grassy area. I've done that. And I might have backed into a fence and knocked it over a little bit. I may have done that. But other than that, nothing crazy. Nothing out of the ordinary. I haven't done anything like that. So it's been pretty good. It's been a pretty wild ride. And I've had two main vehicles. I've had all the other small vehicles, but two main vehicles. The Dodge Neon, I had it for 9 years. And the only reason it went bad is because I wanted to get the timing belt replaced because it was time. I don't know, it was close to 100,000 miles. I figured, hey, gotta get it changed. Took it to the place, and the guy, all in all, the guy welded the harmonic balancer on there. He welded it. He was like some kind of like criminal guy, and he messed it up. So the engine seized. It lasted a few more thousand miles, and then the engine blew up on the interstate. I had to go out. It was an off ramp in a different state, and I had to get the car towed and towed all the way home, one state over. And then I had a friend, ex-wife's family helped tow it back. But anyway, so the place that messed the car up told me, hey, we're going to get you a new engine since we messed it up. I said, okay. And it sat there on their lot for 3 months. And then the business, they went under. So they couldn't do anything. And then so they towed the car back to my house. And I had a CD player that was stolen out of it because it sat there on their lot for 3 months. And so someone took the time and unscrewed all the screws and took the CD player out I had on there. It was like a Pioneer CD player that I got. It was years before that. You know, I paid a couple $100 for it. Good money. And so someone stole that, and the vehicle was totaled. So I ended up. I don't know if I did videos. I don't think I did any videos on it before. I didn't really think of it. So I junked it. A couple $100 or something like that. No. I sold it. That's what I did. I sold it for like $400 or $500 to my cousin, and I don't know what they did with it. They might have fixed it up or whatever. And so that was it. And then I got the RAV4. This is the car. Well, I had a Chevy Equinox. And then I got the RAV4, and I drove the Chevy Equinox. She drove this car. And then when we split up, she got the Equinox, and I got this car. She totaled the Equinox 2 weeks after we split up, and so I got this car, and I've had it ever since. Four years now. I've had it since then. We had a couple years before that too. So it's a 10-year-old car, and I had it for 6 or 7 years. Five, 6, probably 6 years. So that's that. When it comes to that story. So it's a good car. Just normal wear and tear. Tires and brakes and wiper blades. Fill the wiper blade fluid up, and I put some engine coolant in a little bit because it was getting a little low. What else? Fueling it up, put gas in it. Inspection once a year. That costs like $12, $15 or whatever. And nothing else. It's got 105,000 on it. I've done videos on it. I'm doing a video now. I'm driving. It's got plenty of scratches on the outside from when the car washes and manually washing it with those brushes because they get dirt and stuff on it and you brush it. And then I had, people key the car, and then, just your normal stuff. But there's nothing really. To get you from point A to point B, I've had like probably 20 jobs. I've had 20 different jobs where this car has taken me to. I get bored of jobs easily, and, stuff happens. I've got brown skin. Everybody around here is white skin. So it's kind of, you're out of place. Everybody's ugly here. I'm pretty. So you're really out of place. But, anyway, what else? What other expenses does this car have? Nothing. There's no other expenses. It's 10 years old. It's a good car. Get it used, just buy used, a couple, like 3 or 4 years old car, and, take care of it, drive it good. There's been a couple times where I rev it up, like pedal to the metal, push it all the way down, and then, wow, it's weird, behind a weird truck here. It's all gangster. The world. Anyway, I've had my, it's just a car. It's an SUV. I could put a 2x4 by 10 feet long board can fit in here from back to the front, and you can put a bed in the back and sleep because with the back seats down, and so you have the back seats down. You can put a blanket down there and comforter or whatever, and just lay down, and you can live in this car if you had to. I wouldn't want to live in a car. It's weather, man. It gets hot, it gets cold, and you gotta worry about where to park. And it's just a crazy ordeal to have to, weird truck, to have to, they're towing it, that was weird. So, yeah, it's just something you don't really want to deal with. I mean, if you really have to live in your car, by all means, have fun. And I like watching those type of videos where people live in their car and living their best life. But, yeah. But anyway, just yapping here. This is a filler. So this is the filler part of my video. I already got my main part down, which is like a minute long, which is, how to open your fuel filler door. The opener thing, just a little mechanism down here, down the front of your driver's seat. It's down there, and you just pull up on it, and it's really it's a piece of plastic. Like, you can probably break it easily. You just pull up on it, and that's all there is to it. And then it releases it a little bit back there, and you pull the door open the rest of the way. So that's all there is to it. And there's a lot of people. Like, you see cars everywhere. There's people all walks of life and doing all kind of stuff. It's weird because you have your own little world that you're in, and then sometimes you can get other people in your world where you wife or husband or whatever you have, and then you get friends. So you have your own little world, and then you can add people to your world, and then you have a bunch of people in your world, and then you can make kids, so you can make more humans for the world, and then you're just out there and you gotta make money, and then you can make more money or less money, and some people, you just kind of live, and then you have security, and then you don't have security, and then you have security, and then you just don't, you're just going everywhere. You're eating, you gotta eat, you gotta fuel your own body full of food. You gotta have food and drink, and because you're a machine too, and you gotta have the right stuff in you, so you're constantly fueling yourself up. So you got that, and then it's just a complicated life. It's a real complicated life, and you gotta, and then you can get better jobs, but you gotta have school for that, and get more school, more education, but that takes time. A lot of things are about time, and people can love you, they can fall in and out of love with you, and then you have people out in the world that are on drugs and stuff like that, like every day, and then there's like criminal people, and you just gotta be careful what you're doing, and where you're at, and what you're into, and the opposite sex can be troublesome. It can be a real pain, so it's best to stick to yourself, and make friends and stuff like that. It's good. It's good to have friends and to make friends, and that way your social circle is a little bit bigger. But family comes, and then family is always there for you. And other people have family too, so your enemies have family and friends. So it's best not to have any enemies, but that's practically impossible because we're at that point, 1% difference between us genetically. It makes all the difference in how makes all the difference in our differences. It changes everything. The people just don't get along, and it's a tough time. And it's just you can go right on red. That's a little car thing. Red light, there's nothing coming. You can go right if you're taking a right. You can go right on red. And it is a thing where I'm at. I don't know if it's a thing in your neck of the woods. But you can take a right turn. You can go through the red light going right. It takes a right turn. If it's clear, it's like a stop the red light, and if you're right there, you can take that right hand turn right on red. You can do that. is a thing. You can go left on red if it's a one-way. If it's a one-way street, you can go left on red. I could have did that earlier, but I didn't. I wasn't really. I've done it a couple times. You go left on red if it's a one-way, because it's only traffic's only going in one direction, so you can look one way and nobody's coming, so you go left on red. But definitely right on red. Anyway, so we're driving here. We're gonna do a lot of editing. That's an edit, Mark. Yeah, the fuel filler door is pretty interesting. It opens, it closes, and yeah, that's about it with that. So you gotta always pay attention to opening and closing, where the lever is, and all that, and what all that entails. Yeah, so we're just gonna a little drive. Drives are fun. Sometimes it can be fun. Yeah. If you're going to good place, you might as well record yourself going places. But yeah. Yeah, RAV4, they can take you anywhere. Take you all kinds of places. No matter what you're into, what you're doing. The RAV4, man, can take you all kinds of places. No matter what you're into, what you're doing. Get energy, and you lose energy, and you gain a little bit more energy. Depends on what you're doing. Stuck to the that one road. It's going down that one road, and then man, oh yeah, it's got a trucking. Going, try to figure out what you're doing in your life. If you're doing good, what all you're into. If you're being productive. Being productive is good. Productivity can be a good thing. Keeping yourself busy. Yeah, so driving can be fun. I don't really have much to blab about anything, you know? Blab about anything, pay attention to the road, and just kind of free, man. When you're free, you can drive all over the place. You get your license, you got your car, it's moving, and then you're just kind of coming and going. And, you're just going, man. You come, you go. That's how it is, man. You're born, you live, and then you die. So you come, and then you go. And that's that. I don't know what happens after that. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's finite. Finite. Pick what you're doing. If you're having a good time, or if you're not having a good time. You gotta change things if you have to, but yeah, you gotta make some changes if you're not having a good time. There's a lot of, you get older and older, and yeah, you get older, and different things happen. You have to deal with the different things that happen. You have to deal with that. And stuff going on. But trying to. On a mission. I was on a mission. And then my mission. Oh man, my mission. It just got distorted. It's not distorted. I had a mission. I was on it. And then the mission went away. I had it. Tough. It's tough. It's like a video game. When you have a mission, you're on a mission. You keep failing, and then you get it, get the mission, and then you gotta do it again. You gotta keep retrying, and then you get tired of retrying, and then you finally do the mission. You complete it, and you're good. You're good. You're successful. You're successful with the mission. And then you gotta, I don't know, you just do another mission. And you do another mission, and keep retrying with it. And yeah, that's that. That's life. You know, you got a mission. And, yeah, different objectives to do. Different objectives, different missions, and different things to do. And you do them, and everybody else is doing their missions too. Everybody else has objectives. They got goals. Maybe they don't have goals, but goals up here, whether you know that a goal appears or not, it's there, and you gotta try to tackle that goal and complete that goal. And you can use tactics, strategies, all types of. Do all kind of stuff to try to complete your goals, and goals can be a fickle thing. It can be a real fickle thing to do, to complete, but goals can be had, and you can. Alright, we recalibrated a little bit and kind of fueled with some water. And I need to put these seats back out here. It was mowing, and I had to put these seats back. There. Okay. Soccer balls. I hate when the car beeps and you close the door when it's running. You put the seatbelt on, put it on drive, and you go. But I hate whenever, the car is running, you open the door up, and then you close it, and it goes beep, beep, beep. I hate that. What? It doesn't have to do that. What is the point in beeping? Like when the engine's running, you open the back door, you do whatever, and then you close the door, and then it goes beep, beep, beep. Like, it doesn't have to beep. Like, what is the beeping for? I mean, it's not alert. It's like alerting. It's just annoying. It's not necessary. You don't need to beep. You know, it doesn't need to beep. A chirp or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't need to chirp. Doesn't need to beep. And yeah. And I hate when you get the feeling of desperation. Desperate feeling. It could be a good thing. It can get you to, start new jobs, start new romances, and get you out there and get you, it's like a lonely desperation, but, you take the first thing. The first thing is probably not the best thing for you, and but you're desperate, so you take it, and I see a cat. There's a cat. I don't know what the cat was doing. I'm looking this way. But there's a lot of desperate situations, and so the first thing that comes at you, you gotta really think. Is that the best? Is that the best thing? Is this the best thing that's happening right now? Is this what I want? This is the first thing that's coming at me. Is this, you get desperate for work, and they're desperate to hire you. You got places that are desperate to hire you. You'll have that too. My God, you'll have places that'll. I mean, you might be, if you have the right certificates, the right licenses, and the right, degrees. They want you, and they're desperate because they might have a high turnover rate. There might be something going on there. They might be able to have a position that they can't keep filled. There might be some type of issue going on, and you take it, and then you have a good time for a week or two because it's all new, and then reality sets in, and you get trapped. You're trapped, and there you are. You're in desperation mode. You were desperate before, and now you're getting kind of comfortable. It's still uncomfortable, and then there's that period of uncomfortableness, and you either get through it or you don't, and then you gotta move on. That's just how it goes, man. That's just how it goes. So desperation, being desperate, it can be a good thing and be a bad thing. It's a double-edged sword. The double-edged sword of desperation. That's what I'm calling that. The double-edged sword of desperation. Nope. But anyway, yeah. I probably said that a lot when I say, anyway, what the world? People wear the weirdest stuff. Anyway, can't judge. Not good to judge. I live clear across town, which is great. I wanted to get out of town. That's what I did. I came, I saw, I conquered. Good. Gotta start anew. Start anew. Build them, and it's kind of like, oh, I hope this thing stays constructed for 50, 60 years. Hopefully it works for that long. I'm trying to think of something else to talk about here, but it's a silly drive back home. Maybe nothing really out this way. It takes a while to get new flings. It takes a while to get new flings or new relationships or whatever. It really depends on where you want to, where you work at. For me, it's where I work at. Like before, when I worked in restaurants, that's what I mean. When I worked in restaurants. Yeah, that was great. Not. Working sucks. But, yeah, so everybody else, they have their problems. They're better off, worse off. I like watching people that are worse off, like the crime almost got away with, or those type of crime shows. It makes you feel better. I feel the narrator, kind of relaxes you by the way he talks or whatever. But, just see these people that try to do all this stuff, and they live a high life, and then they get caught. They have to go on the run. They can't see their loved ones, and their whole life is just. And then they go to prison, and they break out of prison, and they have to deal with all that. It's just it's kind of funny. Life can be really funny because we have all these emotions. You got all these emotions, and you got all this going on, and you're up, you're down, you're sideways. You just kind of feel. it's like a dopamine. It's kind of like, what's the next dopamine fix? What's the next dopamine fix? Or whatever hormone or pleasure chemical in your mind. What's the next thrill? What are these thrills? What are we into now? What are we doing now? What's going on? Is this fun? This is fun, and then it's not fun no more. What's the next thrill? What is it? Going from one thrill to another. Going from one chemical high to another. The dopamine fix. Driving is a lot of, it's defense, offense. It's like, it's both. You know, you're driving, you gotta pay attention, and you gotta always keep your mind on the road and the people around you. The interstate, when you're on the interstate, it can be the worst because it's flat, and you're just going, driving. There's no, at least where I live, it's windy, and you're driving, you're turning, so your mind's always working because you're turning, you're making turns. There's like potholes, there's other cars, and stop signs, and red lights, and you're going, you're stopping, you're going, and your mind is just lit up. Just lit up. Pushing the gas, pushing the brake, figuring out what lane you're in. And there's a lot of trying to figure out, and you're thinking too, you're also thinking about your day, and you're thinking where you're going, and where you're off to, and just everything about that. And right now I'm talking to you guys eventually, because I mean right now I'm recording it, I'm talking to myself pretty much, but when I upload it and you guys watch it, I mean, it's a recording, so you'll watch it, and I'll see comments a year or two from now. A year from now, I'll see a comment, and I'll have no idea what I said in the video. I'll have to go back to the video if I want to, and I'll have to listen to it, and I made videos, it's 2020 now, I got videos I made in 2010, 2011, 2012, 10, 11, 10, no, 10, 9, 8 years ago. 8, a whole bunch of videos 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I made all my videos on the Mercury Mystique, Ford Contour. I did a whole bunch of videos. That was my start, my break. That was when I was like, oh man, I'm going to really go all out YouTube. You know, it's not going to be my full-time job. I'm going to do YouTube. And boy, did I make a whole bunch of videos. And those videos are great. They're pretty much how I make the money I do on YouTube, and have been because of those videos on the Ford Contour, Mercury Mystique. And I got other videos and other channels, and then you just keep pumping them out, keep pumping those videos out. And now I hardly ever do videos. If I do a video, it'll do a video, it's like either I think it's a great video or it's just a filler video. I mean, the first minute of this video is what I wanted to show. I don't think I had a video on fuel filler door, so I did it. And then the rest of this driving stuff is just trying to be productive while I'm out driving around, you know? Driving around. I have missions, really, you know, objectives, and I pretty much, I don't know if I failed on my objective. I mean, because you go out, primary objective, you might have failed, but other objectives presented themselves. Like, oh, you know, I thought about this. I would not have thought about that if I didn't go out on the drive or out or whatever. I wouldn't have thought about that. I wouldn't have done that. And also, you go out there and you realize this objective is silly. This is stupid. I don't want to do this. You know, why do I do this? Wasting gas, wasting wear and tear on your vehicle. I mean, I don't want to be at home alone, you know. I don't want to be at home alone. Who wants to be home alone? There's a time and place for that. I don't want to be home alone right now. I want to be out and about, you know? Out and about. But that's today. So, yeah, I got my free time today, and yeah. Other days will be different. Working one day, picking kids up the other day, seeing a girlfriend the next day, and the next day you're working, you have this job, you got that job, you're making this money, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're driving here, you're getting this car, you're doing that, and you're out and about, you're doing mowing grass, you're weed eating, trying not to make enemies, you're making enemies, you're making friends, you're losing friends, you're making friends again, you're making friends that you're trying to make a friend with that they're not, their life is too busy to be friends with you, their priorities are different than yours. You have other people that have different priorities.